Hello, everyone, and welcome to the last episode of the season. Today, I decided to do something special. Instead of just me talking, I thought I will invite a very special guest. It's the only person in the world which shares all my views on data and leadership. It's me. So I will interview myself. Hello, Ilya. Thanks. Thanks for having me. Happy to be here. And to start with, let me ask you following. What was the biggest misconception you had about working with data when you just? I'm quite curious. Okay, the biggest misconception. Well, I would say I thought in the beginning it's all about tables, pipelines, and BI tools, and then it comes out it's about people. It's about processes, business, less about tech. So this was probably the biggest eye-opening moment for me. I see. Thanks a lot for such a detailed, insightful answer. And I think I would be very interested in is so obviously your experience, you made some hard lessons. What was the hardest? Something you had to learn as a data leader and something which was not easy. That's a great question. So I would say I had to understand that all these companies pretending to be data-driven, pretending to be working on their data strategy, paying attention to governance. In reality, oftentimes those were all buzzwords. So I think people know that it's something you should do, and people pretend they do it, but rarely you have companies which really put real effort into it. I had to move from more technical roles closer to business, basically following the money. I also started to assess soft skills and attitude of people in my team rather than technical hard skills. And generally, I would say started to develop interest in the problem. Thank you, thank you. This corresponds with my own experience. Yes. So, if you had to start over your career today, what would you do differently, if anything at all? Okay, thank you for the question. What would I change if I could? I probably would move to BI, BA kind of roles earlier. I was focusing on tech for way too long. Actually, I spent over a decade working as a data engineer, and this is exciting. It still excites me. At the same time, I felt it became too easy. So I was in a comfort zone. And if your job becomes too easy, you are not learning. So if I would do it again, probably do the move earlier. Still having the engineering foundation, engineering basis was quite well helpful. Thanks for the answer. Now, the next question I have is, what do you think about companies still get wrong about data even in 2025? Okay, well, I would say that engineers, they love tools and technology, and many companies let them play with this technology just for the sake of playing with technology. So oftentimes, choice of vendor is done in non-optimal way, in my opinion, ignoring the problem and just focusing on the technical capabilities of the tool or technology. So people have false hopes. For example, we will collect all this data now and make some sense out of it later. To the best of my knowledge, this later never comes. If you don't implement some data governance procedures from the day one, it's going to be difficult to find useful insights in a file of undocumented data of bad quality. I also saw a lot of over-engineered systems throughout my career. So creating too much, using too heavy technologies, not focusing on the problem and user needs. I think it's all set up to fail. You can produce a great piece of engineering which nobody needs, nobody ever asks for. As a final question, what still gives you excitement about the future of working with data? I think that's easy because many things actually excite me still in this job. First of all, it's this intersection of technology and business. You need to master both. You need to understand both. Even as a developer, you actually need to be business savvy, but data is naturally closer to the users, closer to the real use cases. And I think that's what makes it so beautiful. Another thing which still excites me, even after 20 plus years, the SQL. It feels almost like magic. You don't tell computer what to do. You tell it what you want to have. Give me this and that, and magically goes through enormous volumes of data and gives you an answer. It excites me even today. Thank you, Ilya, for your answers. I really enjoyed our discussion. This marks the end of the season, which means Data Pipeline is going to a short break, and then we're gonna be back with season number 2. More content, new format, potentially new interesting guests. Stay tuned and hopefully see you soon.